Good evening. This is Ed Maroon. The program is People to People. Fortunately, just a little while ago, I had the good fortune, to hear an interview in which mention was made of Ed Norton of Jackie Gleason's show fame. The fact was mentioned that his father was still around. We thought that tonight, on People to People, you might like to meet Ed Norton's father. And so we take you now to the home of Ed Norton, Sr.
Fresh, how dare you?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Wrong apartment. We'll have to visit that one sometime, person to person. Now, let us, boys, crew boys, let us go, if we can, to the Norton apartment. They're going to the Nortons. Good evening. Mr. Norton, are you there? Hello there. Ed Norton, are you there?
Right there, son. Right with you, boy.
Good evening. Good evening to you, Mr. Norton. This is Ed Maroon.
Hi, Mr. Moron. This is Ed Norton Sr. right over here there.
Well, we're very happy to be able to visit with you, Mr. Norton.
Well, I want to tell you, make yourself at home and be my guest at all times here, because it's awful nice having you on the show here. And I enjoy your show. You got a nice little show there. I look at it once or twice when there's nothing better on.
Whether it is or is not a better show to watch is for you to decide. We do not take sides. It is for you to decide whether it is for you to decide. Or not. Now, Mr. Norton, from what I understand, you are the father of Ed Norton.
I am proud to say that I am there.
I see, and you're both in the same line of work, are you not?
Yeah, I'm in a sewer game, just like my son Ed. I'm happy to say that I taught Ed everything he knows from the ground on down.
I
see. And, well, you might say that we're about the greatest father and son sewer team in the business today.
I see. Whether or not this is the greatest father and son sewer team is a matter for conjecture. We do not take sides. Who is that, Mr. Norton? Who's that there?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a little woman, Mr. Moron. Agnes, say hello to Mr. Moron.
No, Mr. Norton. The name is Maroon. Maroon. Let's try to keep that straight, shall we? Maroon.
See what a grouch. Honey, say hello to Mr. Moron. I'm Roon, I mean.
Roon.
Now, hello, Mr. Moonlight.
Rheingold. Oh, well. Here I am, Mrs. Norton. Right over here, and how are you?
Well, my back's been kicking up, and all my sinuses are in bad shape, and my teeth hurt, and my eyes have been bothering me, and I got Bright's disease.
Okay, baby doll, back to work. All right, honey, sweetie pie, baby doll, we'll be back.
I see that you're very firm with your wife, Mr. Norton.
Absolutely, Mr. Moron. You got to be firm. My motto is speak softly and keep your nose clean. Of course, that's pretty important in my type of work. I don't believe in this here modern marriage stuff where it says love, honor, and cherish. My rule is love, honor, and obey. I mean, that's the contract I got for life, and that's why Agnes and me here stay so happy. Is that right, honey?
Yes, dear.
Well.
That right, Mr. Moron?
Well, of course, Mr. Norton, we do not take sides. It is you who will have to decide whether happiness... It is you who decide whether happiness is a thing called Ed. Now, back to the Nortons. Tell me, Mr. Norton, would you care to tell us about your very first meeting with Mrs. Norton, your courtship, your marriage, maybe a few anecdotes about your early married life?
No.
I see. Well, then, do you have any hobbies?
Oh, yes, Mr. Moran. I got a very important hobby. I don't think a man should be without a hobby these days. It's a very important part of his life. I got a hobby. I'll give you maybe a little hint here, huh?
Oh, I see.
I see. You're a dancer, Mr. Norton.
No. I'm not a dancer. That's close, so I can understand a mistake. That was my bowling approach. See, Ed and I spent a lot of time bowling, my boy and me. And, well, if I'm not in the sewers, I'm in the alley.
Well, as long as you're not in the gutter.
You got a nice program there, Mr. Moron. Don't louse it up.
Here.
Are you happy, honey? Then just stay quiet and keep happy, that's all.
Mrs. Norton seems to want something there, Mr. Norton. You think perhaps I'll wait here. You see what it is she wants there.
All right, thank you very much.
All right.
You happy, honey?
Yes, dear.
What do you want? You happy, ain't you?
Well, yes, dear, I'm very happy, but I want you to help me. I can't get up.
Well, why don't you say so? I'm here 2 or 3 feet away from you. You better holler out to help you up. Excuse this delay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Looking around the room, Mr. Norton, as we panned around, as our cameras panned around the room, I noticed some rather interesting objects on the walls. Perhaps you'd like to tell us about those objects, Dart. Tell us about each one.
Yeah, all right, that'll be a pleasure. That's why that F there on the wall there, and I wanted you to ask. And incidentally, all right, boys, follow me around. This crew has been here all afternoon. I might say they acted like a bunch of gentlemen, and I appreciate it very much. Now then, here. This here's a picture of me on my first job, the very first day.
Well, I don't seem to see you in the picture, Mr. Norton.
Well, I'm down in the hole there, see. I can't stand around posing for pictures all day. Here's a bowling ball trophy. Of course, you see the half of it in this room, the other half's in the other room there. Makes a nice effect. This here, I sort of saved up as the coup de grace, you might say. There's a long story back of that. I've been with the firm about 25 years, and they give me this testimonial dinner, see? Well, instead of giving me something useless like a gold watch, they give me something that I always wanted all my life. This here, what you're looking at here, is a genuine manhole cover.
Well, that is very interesting. What are those markings on the cover, Mr. Norton?
Oh, all them there markings are autographed. All the boys put the John Hancocks on it for me.
I see. Well, Mr. Norton, that is a valuable and delightful object you have there, and I do hope that you keep it with you always. Tell me, Mr. Norton,
don't worry about that, son. I will. I'll keep it with me always. But I just feel that it's fair to warn you that the fact that this is a real, genuine manhole cover, someplace in the city of New York here, is a manhole with no cover. So protect yourself at all times and watch your step.
I certainly thank you for that, Mr. Norton. That's a beautiful piece of advice. Thank you. Now, I know that as a gentleman and scholar, it's only fair to warn you that you ought to have... There ought to be some credo that you have, your personal life and your professional life. There must be some way you feel. Now, would you, keeping in mind this is a half-hour show, give us your credo of your life?
I would be very happy to, Mr. Moron. As you know, I'm a sewer man for years, through and through. My father was in the sewer before me, and his father was in there before him, too. Well, you might say that I was brought up in the sewers there. Well, let me tell you this. You people in the city of New York, do you realize that you got the dirtiest sewers in the country? Now imagine that. Think of that. Let's all cooperate and get rid of your dirt elsewhere and keep our sewers clean. I mean, after all, would you like your house to look like a sewer? Well, we don't want our sewers to look like your house. So it brings back to mind the songs of the old alma mater song, the Sewing Academy that I went to, and I'd like all those members that are looking in to either join in and sing with me or bow their heads in reverence. It's the song of the open sewer, and I'd like to sing it for you right now.
Very nice. Very nice.
Down below the city sidewalks, working like a drudge, stands a sewage engineer, fighting dirt and sludge. Through the muck and through the mire, never have no fear. Who's the man who keeps your sewer purer? Your sewage engineer.
I must say that was absolutely beautiful. However, may I point out once again that we do not take sides. It is not for us to decide whether the sewage engineers make your sewer purer. The American people will have to think this out, make their own decision. We leave you with this important thought. Where there's smoke, there's fire. It is your burden. And you, the people, will have to shoulder the responsibility to find a way. Good night and good luck. I would like for you to meet one of the outstanding actors on television today, a gentleman who has just won an Emmy Award from the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences as the Best Supporting Player, Art Carney. Art?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I just do want to thank everybody connected with this operation that gave me this award. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. And an extra big thank you to you, Jackie, because if it wasn't for you, I couldn't have got it. Good night. Get well.